Welcome back, Mushroom Man Toad here, and this is the coding portion of the MMP server for week 1. So yeah, in this video, I'm going to be working on creating my mod, basically from the ground up. So yeah, you get to see the entire process of what it's like for me to create a mod for Minecraft, basically from the ground up. You get to see, you know, a lot of tricks I'm using for 1.14, just to get my mod going. And yeah, I hope you enjoy, and we'll see what I have done by the end of the week. There will be a link down in the description, by the way, where the complete footage of everything in a very raw format will be uploaded. If you want to see that for some reason, I don't know, that's mostly because they want proof that I'm actually making this and not just, you know, stealing it off of some site or something. So that's just for that reason. But anyway, in order to start this off, I'm going to do a couple things here, and I'm going to time-lapse through them real quick. But first of all, I'm going to just reset it so that everything in here that referenced my mod ID, right now you'll notice it's called MMP Mod. This is incorrect. It should actually be Vimion. It's going to be my mod ID for this, and I will explain more on that later. And I'm also going to texture the main gem of the mod as well as the ore, and once I've done that, I will get back to you. So let's get into it. Alright, so you may have noticed during that little recording bit there while I was starting to work on this texture here, I kept having a lot of issues. Same with coding. I would highlight things and it would unhighlight. I've been having this trouble for like the past week where my mouse has been just randomly double clicking, and this is like the second mouse that's done it to me in the past year, so I'm starting to wonder if it's not the mouse that's the issue, it's me that's the issue, but I'm not really sure. So I have gone, and thankfully Shroomy has a rather large horde of mice. I don't know why, but he does, and so he's letting me borrow one of his. Thanks, bro! Anyway, I'm going to get back to working on this texture, and we will see if we have any more mouse issues. You may think that fix you just witnessed right there was completely arbitrary, but as it turns out, I've actually had a similar issue before, and we fought it for hours and hours, and finally I was just like, you know what, I'm going to try rebuilding just rebuild the mod with, you know, Gradle W, Eclipse, and Gen Eclipse runs. So I'm just gonna rebuild it, and it fixed it. And so yeah, this is one of those issues where if you're ever working on a mod and suddenly you've got that particular issue where it says it's a duplicate and all of that, you've probably inputted a character wrong that for some reason upon trying to run the game with that character inputted, completely destroyed everything. And sometimes you just gotta rebuild the whole environment like I just did there. So that is a handy pro tip for you. Okay, back to modding. So I'm not totally sure how it's going to look yet, but what you probably just saw there was a time-lapse of me coding some things, texturing some things, setting up some loot tables, and crafting recipes and stuff, and maybe even testing them out. So I want to show you what I've accomplished here at the end of the first day. I've got basically 5 of the items, at least implemented, textured, and looking good. So, I guess we'll start with the most basic thing in the mod right now is this energetic stone. Or, as you may see, the name is Concealed Vimionite Ore. Now, the way this is going to work is that I had a cord stuck underneath my shift key and was having trouble shift clicking. So the way this is going to work is it's going to generate down around diamond layers. And it's going to be fairly rare, but not so rare. Because, as you can see, it does look exactly like stone. And there's actually no real way to tell the difference between them without checking it. And I will explain checking it tomorrow, because that's going to be the feature I work on getting ready to go tomorrow, and probably also implementing the functionality for the Vimionite dagger. But before we get too far, I just want to show you that normally this ore, which by the way does in fact spawn within stone, behaves and acts exactly like stone. It'll yield normal old cobblestone when you mine it. You can see here, let's put that down there. You see, it'll just yield regular old cobblestone at any layer, and you'll see they're mining at exactly the same speed. So you can't really tell the difference between these. Now, what I'm going to add tomorrow is something called the Geologic Phaser. So the Geologic Phaser, you'll be able to right-click on this block, and it's going to turn it into some Vimionite ore. So, and you'll be able to mine the Vimionite ore, not with a stone pickaxe or a wood pickaxe, but as long as it's iron or higher, and you're going to get anywhere from... And I will just demonstrate this here. You'll get anywhere from 1 to 4 shards. So this time we got 3, 2, 4, and can we get 1? Wouldn't that not be awesome? And there's 1. Look at that. So yeah, you can get anywhere from 1 to 4. That just happened to happen there. With iron or a better pickaxe, obviously, you can get Vimionite. And I haven't made that affected by fortune yet, and I will make these both silk touchable, so you can actually silk touch your way through mining with a pickaxe. And if you silk touch your way along, you will get the energetic stone rather than just the cobblestone that it would normally drop. So you can silk touch it, and you'll be able to silk touch the Vimionite ore as well if you want to save that for some reason. Also, I've yet to actually come up with a good design for the texture of the block of Vimion, so I will have to attack that tomorrow. That'll just be crafted from 9 gemstones. Now, how do you get a gemstone? Well, when you take these shards from the ore, you can craft 4 of them together and get yourself a Vimion gemstone. This gemstone does, in fact, have a lot of uses, but if I just give at P a stick, I'm just going to give myself a stick, and I'm going to craft myself another Vimion gem. You'll see, it's even here in the recipe book, I can craft a Vimionite dagger, and I will rework the stats on this. It'll be fine, and it will have some special functionality that will help you interact with the very basics of the mod. So yeah, that is what I've got done so far just today. I've got basically all the basics set up for my mod, and now you're just going to have to look to expand it coming tomorrow. So yeah. Also, I do just want to point out that there will be a link down in the description if you are really super into that sort of thing of, I'm going to say, basically unedited, me coding it in real time, and it's going to be completely silent. Speaking of silence. Anyway, it's going to be pretty much unedited footage of me coding this thing down in the description. I'm going to say almost because there are a couple parts I have to cut around because I did accidentally reveal some personal information on a couple of occasions. But otherwise, we should be pretty good to go there. So yeah, with that said, I will see you tomorrow for... That said, I'll see you tomorrow for some brand new coding action. Okay, hi, Mushroom Man Toad here. It's day 2. Actually, it's kind of day 3, but yesterday I didn't have a chance to do, like, anything with this whatsoever. Anyway, it's day 3, and it's also very early in the morning, and I don't want to wake other people in the house up, which it sounds like I've already partially failed to do. But anyway, I'm going to start working on the Geologic Phaser, which is probably the most important thing you're going to have to craft to get started with this mod. And I'm going to start setting that up, so you'll probably see a quick time-lapse, mostly texturing, and possibly a little bit of coding, but, you know, you've seen it all before. Here, I'll even show you. You see this code here? It's basically going to be this. It's going to test if the block it's targeting, or here it is. If the block it's targeting is it won't be Argonite, it'll be Concealed Vimionite ore. It's going to change it to Vimionite ore, so that you can see it when you right-click on it with this staff, and it's also going to reduce the durability of this item, and it's going to have 250 max durability once you've crafted it. So as you can see behind me and in my inventory, I have accomplished a couple things since over the course of that time lapse, really. The first of those is I got the Geological Phaser working, and I will show you that here in detail in just a moment. But also right behind me, you may have noticed I also textured the block of Vimion. It just looks like this, and it'll occasionally pulse between colors. So there you go, it's doing that thing right now, and then it's going to fade back out to this lighter version. It'll stay here for about 300 ticks. Alright, so next up, we've got a way to get some Vimion ore out of the ground, because as mentioned earlier, the energetic stone is what's going to generate underground, but if I mine that, let's go here into survival, all I'm going to get is cobblestone. So how do you get the Vimion out of it? Well, you have to craft yourself a Geologic Phaser, and I'm going to give myself the items to craft that real quick and show you that. So I've given myself a stack of redstone, diamonds, sticks, and iron, and I will just show you this recipe here really quick. So I'm going to give myself a stick, iron, 2 redstone, and put up a diamond, and you'll see I can craft a Geologic Phaser, and that can also be crafted in this direction. So yep, there you go, another Geologic Phaser. And so, if I take this, and I go up here to this piece of energetic stone and right-click on it, you'll see it'll turn into a Vimion ore, and I will probably add a sound effect and particles to this in the future. This is just to show that the actual functionality is here. And it's going to take away 1 durability from the Geologic Phaser. So what happens then if I right-click on normal stone with it? Well, pretty much nothing, except that about 1 in 10 times, it is going to consume another durability. So there you see it just happened twice. So it is kind of a random thing. There, it's taken a long time, and there we go, we got another one there, taken away. So it is going to use durability over time as you walk through the cave, you know, just holding right-click along the walls, but eventually, you may just come across some energized stone by accident, pretty much, and you'll be able to get yourself some Vimion ore. Alright, so that should be actually it. So, to round up, actually just my second day of coding here. In fact, this is still Tuesday, and so you'll know by what day this goes up how long it's actually been, but I'm done with the first week worth of work. Everything I had planned to get in by the end of the first week is actually in. And so I will make an entire separate video just showing off, you know, absolutely everything in the first edition of the Vimion mod. And that should be out at the same time as this and all the other videos. Should all be going up at the exact same time. But yeah, I'm just going to hop into the world here and show you the last couple things I've gotten going here, which you may have seen in the time-lapse, maybe not, I don't know, I'll decide how to cut it down. I do want to keep this video here under 20 minutes, so hopefully I accomplish that. Shouldn't be too hard. Alright, so there are a few new changes here since the last time we were on here. So last time I was on here, I'm pretty sure all I had done was the Geologic Phaser, and even that has received a bit of an upgrade. I'll show you that here now. Also, I don't know how loud the sounds are going to be coming out of here, because I just adjusted everything again, but I'll just give it a go here. There, you heard for transforming one of these ores, it plays a sound. Yeah, really cool, right? I'll probably get around to making custom sound at some point. I'm just not there yet. It's on my to-do list for things to add, but not for this week. I just want to have this first version done so they can get it approved as soon as possible. And yeah, that is all for that. And then I'm just going to hop over here into game mode survival. And I'm going to just demonstrate here what I've done. So first of all, it still works to mine these as normal. But then it also works alongside. First I'll show fortune. Doesn't do anything to this one. But I will get a couple more gems from that one. That time I got 4. I still got 4. 3. Okay, prove that I can get more. There. See, that was definitely more than 4. So fortune works. And then so does silk touch. I'm going to bring this down here. So this is energetic stone. You'll see it drops energetic stone, not just cobblestone. So you can actually collect this stuff. So that's why I said, if you mine along with the silk touch pickaxe, you'll get a bunch of regular stone, but you'll also get energetic stone if you ever happen to go through it. And so that's a really helpful method for finding it if you don't just want to waste your Geologic Phaser right-clicking along a cave or something. Secondly, you've got your Fortune 3 pickaxe. And so that'll mine that, and then you can also mine up the actual ore, just like that, and that'll go into your inventory. So I got that done. Then the other thing I got done is I balanced a little bit more the attack speed on the Vimion dagger. Still substantially faster than a normal sword, So it does definitely have a place because the ore is much harder to obtain than diamond just because it's so invisible, but it does an insta attack. So you see if I go into spamming, it won't one. I actually hit that chicken earlier while testing. It won't one-shot the chicken. You actually have to two-hit it to kill it now, so if you spam, but I mean you can still one-shot it if you just hit it normally. So yeah. That is what I've got done now with the mod, and I'm going to make a video again showcasing all of this, you know, all of the different things that go along with the Vimion mod for the very first, you know, update of it. There isn't a whole lot of functionality in it besides this really high attack speed sword, but there will be more awesome things to come in the coming weeks. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like on it, and do consider subscribing if you're not already, and you watched this far. That's pretty awesome. So yeah. Thank you to all the new people who have been coming to the channel recently. Thank you for being here. It is awesome to have you along. And I hope you have enjoyed this project. And, yeah, hope to see you here for whatever comes next. There'll probably be more work on the Vimion mod. But, you know, maybe squeak another thing in here again. I'm back on the YouTube machine. It's good to be back. And I will see you in the next one.